Here we are again with more courtesy flush. It's a Friday, so that means we're going to be playing more Mission Critical. Music off. Stop. Go away, music, for now. Thank you, beautiful music. Anyway, let me bring this up here. Hey, we're going to be playing more Mission Critical this Friday, and joining me, of course, is Naresar, who is going with me on this adventure into space, and apparently now we're in an episode of Star Trek where we crash land our
shuttlecraft onto an alien planet and are attempting to make contact with an ancient civilization.
Yeah,
I see no way this could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, you know the episode of Star Trek where they do that. There's at least one that it happens. Anyway, we're going to be doing that. We have no idea what to expect because we've never played this game. This was supposed to be our break away from Quest for Glory because we have to still do Quest for Glory 4's, all that stuff over again because of the soft lock. And this turned out to be like a really fun game anyway, so we're just going to keep on going with it until we beat it. Hey, I'm glad you got off work early. And rawr to you too. Yeah, that is a banger. I'm glad you're here, Ryder. I'm always glad to see you guys here. And howdy, Comfy. Doing all right, Ash? And Gandodo Wizard. Interesting. King and Spade and Jam. Derek. And all the gang is here in Zenithar. All the gang's all here. We're going to be playing video games from the old days. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this. We did do a test and launched it, which means it should crash on startup as usual. That is our courtesy flush way. No, it's actually playing it, so let's bring that over. And there's... Remember that last episode, Nick, where we basically just destroyed a fleet of ships?
Yeah, we kind of actually learned how to use our fighters and then completely demolished, like I think 2 or 3 ships in IRL.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
we destroyed like what was it? 2 frigates in like a battleship.
Something like
we're just a little cruiser. All right. We just crash landed, so we should probably check the cockpit. The midship compartment is doing something. Let's look at those. These are the flight controls for the, what does it say? Aradni?
Oh,
Aridni.
probably supposed to be Greek or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can't. It's all Greek to me. Only minor worm crimes. No one has to worry. Look, we have 8 days left for our character, so we do whatever we want. Even though the monitors and the flight controls are still glowing cheerfully, the angle and tilt of the flight deck and the silence around you are clear indications that the lander is severely damaged. This literally looks like an episode of Star Trek TNG. Like, we're going to get out of this space shuttle, and there's going to be a fucking casino. Like, there's going to be, like, a revolving door we're going to start doing. There's a casino, and we're, like, inside of a novel. Yeah, that's an actual episode, Nick. I'm not making that up. That's literally an episode of TNG. One of the many times that the space shuttle crashes, the wrap at the bank of the ladder was torn off by the impact. The cargo compartment is open to the toxic atmosphere of Persephone. Okay. You climb down from the lander, taking extra care in the heavy gravity of Persephone to avoid falling any significant distance. You are standing in a furrow dug by the lander in the crash. A turbulent sky filled with roiling clouds is visible above. Space casino.
More fragments probably doesn't bode well for the lander.
The belly of the lander seems to have shredded on impact, and a number of shards of whole metal are littered around the impact site. Can we take any with us?
I was going to, if I can.
You pick up the shredded piece of metal. Well, that'll come in handy. Yeah, space casino. This is the surface of Persephone. You are standing on a plain covered with chemical snow, a monotonous. Yeah, a landscape broken by stark fingers of rock pointing skyward in the distance. The cloud layer above is periodically lit by streaks of lightning. You can hear the crackling of the perpetual electrical storm through your suit mics. The sharp spires of the jagged rock claw skyward from the endless drifts of chemical snow. Oh, is that a piece of grass? Can we take that? Is that just ice? Let's take that ice. Sticking out of the snow and running down the sides of the cliffs in the frozen rivulets are a series of sharp chemical ice formations that resemble large crystals. In the negative 290-degree temperature of Persephone, the ice is as hard, if not harder, than rock. Oh, then that sounds like the one we should have. You hammer away at the ice crystal. It shows no sign of giving way. So the surface is a forbidden snow cone? Yes, it is. Hey, how you doing? It's good to see you, man. You try the various attachments on the multi-tool on the ice, but nothing productive comes out of the exercise.
Okay,
you know, we can actually rebuild our torch. We could go back to the ship and just... Yeah, we can... Actually, we could rebuild our torch now that we have the oxygen tanks in here, remember? It's in the... Yeah. Because we're probably going to need that. I'm going to put that back in. You attach the acetylene tank to the cutting torch. The torch wasn't designed to accommodate a suit oxygen tank, but you managed to attach it to the torch framework to get it hooked up to the torch feeds with a few minutes of worth of effort. Okay, so we have a semi-working one. Excellent. All right, cool. The midship compartment of the lander is eerily quiet except for the keening and wind over the metal of the hull. All right, let's take us some oxygen. We're carrying around like 4. We're like, we don't know how long we're going to be here. Yeah, this seems like a good place for a McDonald's. You just see a guy standing up there on the ridge just wearing shorts.
I guess we keep going forward.
Yeah, I don't see any other place. Oh, there's a structure. It's like a lightning rod. The silver tower emerges out of the huge ice formation at the back of the box canyon. The structure appears to be made of a reflective material that glows dully in the dim light coming out of the turbulent sky. Yeah, this situation doesn't look bleak at all. You climb slowly up the jagged ice formation, fighting the oppressive gravity of this hellish world. Eventually, you reach the point about a third of the way up to the formation. You can't climb any further without falling. You're perched precariously on the ice formation at the end of the box canyon. So we're going to need to cut through this ice. Sure, this is a Wendy's. You scrabble your way back down the formation, taking care not to go fast, and you fall in the heavy gravity. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there should be a Dollar General. This is basically just space Minnesota. Prime the torch and ignite the pilot. You crank up the cutting torch. The dense hydrocarbon atmosphere of Persephone causes the normally crisp blue flame to burn twice its normal size with a strange muddy yellow color. You bring the flame to bear on the ice, taking care not to lose your balance. After several minutes of hard work, you succeed in melting a small cylindrical hole. Oh, that's weird. It's like we have some kind of cylindrical device that we found on our ship that might be useful. Oh, we could use the seismic probe, I guess. I mean, whatever. I was going to go with the bomb, but... Yeah, let's try the probe. Let's see how it works.
I guess, I mean, I don't know what else we could use, so...
I was thinking the bomb.
I mean, yeah, the bomb also makes sense.
Okay. The probe fits neatly into the hole. You watch it for a while, but nothing happens. Disgusted, you remove the probe. Okay, well, at least we know it works.
Oh, okay. So it's...
What looked like a bazooka from a distance turns out to be a portable deployment unit for the seismic probes. The probe launcher works along the same principles as a bazooka. The probe is loaded into the launcher tail first and then emerges at high speed when the launcher is triggered. Compressed gas propels the probe to the target. So we can actually probably load it in and try it that way. Yeah, it's an antimatter bomb. What's the worst that can happen? All right, let's do it. I said shoot. No, apparently that was not an option we're allowed to do. I mean, I'm only guessing here because, okay, you pilot the cutting torch, and the flame's gone. Anyway. Okay,
so antimatter bomb?
The tiny letters on the side of the cylinder spell out UN 392A 51600 AM2 yield 0.1 kiloton. The AM2 code is recognizable from the briefings on the United Nations weapons classification. This is a UN Class 2 antimatter bomb with an explosive power of 100 tons of TNT.
Okay, is there a...
Oh, yeah, I think you have to open. You unscrew the lid, and a tiny display panel and some controls become visible. So we need to actually arm it. Because, yeah, 94 hours would take...
I think we want to set a time first.
Yeah. Let's set the time for 5 seconds. No, that's a bad idea. We definitely need to get, like, away. Yeah, I'd say 20 seconds is good. Or is that 15?
20 seconds?
Okay, what's wrong with 20 seconds? Just I just have like a James Bond thing. Oh, okay, yeah, that's a bad idea. You're like 20
I was thinking
seconds?
maybe 5 minutes. I don't know if
we don't
like,
want to
it's
wait.
Gonna make us...
Yeah, it would make us wait 5 minutes. Are you kidding me? A nerd made this game.
True. 3 minutes.
No,
minute.
1 minute. 1 minute's more than enough for us to get back to the ship. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with 1:30 because we're gonna have to put the bomb in the hole, and I don't trust myself to do that fast enough.
Okay.
Actually,
right. Saving the game. Yes.
Yes.
That's a tiny bomb for antimatter. Well, I don't know how they make bombs in this game, but I agree.
mean, to be like, I was thinking about this. Like, yes, that seems like an absurdly small bomb.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like, it's the size of like a hand grenade.
Yes.
So, like, you're packing 100 tons of explosive into a hand grenade size, okay, maybe this is actually kind of reasonable. But yeah, it just seems absurd.
I don't know if the word reasonable comes into mind when I think of antimatter bombs. That seems like a very, very unreasonable. Yeah, we're gonna let's start our 1 minute and 30 seconds. Armed. All right. There you go. No, you just click it. Yeah. You carefully set the bomb into the hollow that you've created in the space. Okay, let's leave. I don't want to read the rest of that. Yeah, let's get cool. All right. You're too close to the antimatter bomb when it goes off, and you're killed by the shockwave from the blast. What? They gave it a fuck. Oh, it took him more than a minute, so we need more time. How do we know? Like, he didn't say how long it took to get down, but I'm assuming it was quite a while. No, it's definitely 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah. Because if I do this, you can see the second start to tick.
At least this is a very simple bomb interface.
There is that. So shall we try 5 minutes?
Yeah, let's go 5. Let's go 5 minutes and try this. Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's. All right, let's leave. The antimatter bomb detonates inside the box canyon. Woo! Look at that! We found a space dungeon. That's when we see 4 people come up on an elevator holding some kind of weird power device. You played Dungeon of the Endless with us?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Yeah. Set it for 30 minutes now. The tunnel ends abruptly in a huge canyon dug out of the rock at the planet's crust. You're standing at the edge of a sharp drop-off, looking into a vast square stone cathedral that must be thousands of meters on a side. Oh. Let's do our scans. The vast cavern has been carved out of the rock that makes up the planet's crust. A diamond-shaped platform is suspended in the middle of the cavern. 4 bridges lead to the platform, lead from the platform to openings in the walls of the cavern. Yeah,
that's the microscope. That's not going to help us.
The scanner displays a computer-enhanced image. Okay, so the scanner doesn't just... It's for, like, reading materials, then?
It's a microscope. It's not a, like...
Well, what's the materials made out of?
Says it's some sort of igneous rock.
Okay, so nothing special. What about that other thing? Is that a Geiger... Oh, the Geiger counter?
Yeah, that's the Geiger counter.
Okay.
So that's the tunnel. That takes us back to the tunnel as well.
Can we cross it? Can you move your mouse up to nearer to the top of the screen? See if you walk forward. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, it's not. Okay.
So obviously...
Maybe we need...
We are meant...
What's that spool? Oh.
I have a terrible idea.
Okay, let's do it. We're going to Indiana Jones ourselves over there. The length of the reinforced wire is wound in a plastic spool about 30 centimeters in diameter. The wire consists of fiber optic data cables interwoven with nearly unbreakable monofilament carbon fiber strands and covered with a thick rubber-like insulator that is heavily textured.
Okay.
This music's sick. Oh yeah, let's shoot the probe. Oh, you emptied it. Oh.
Well, I'm going to...
Oh, I see. You strip the rubber-like insulation from the end of the wire so that you have a 10-centimeter length of the thin, interwoven strands underneath. You thread these strands through the metal fittings and antenna on the back of the seismic probe. When you're done, the wire is securely attached to the probe. Hey, what's going on, man?
And now
Found the back entrance to Shoney's.
we can load
Smart.
the probe launcher.
All right, let's go.
And then we can shoot the probe launcher probably at the
Platform, maybe?
platform.
Oh, you pull it, you hear an empty click.
Oh, because it's supposed to be gas-fired.
Okay.
So that's what that canister is for. So now
Okay.
we shoot the probe launcher at the platform.
You line up the sights of the probe launcher with the bridge structure across the chasm and decide to aim high in order to compensate for the heavy gravity. With some trepidation, you pull the trigger. Oh, shit! Actually, that's not that really impressive. That was... For something that's supposed to be gas power, that was... I guess with the wire attached. The probe seems to have anchored itself solidly in the material of the bridge. You pull the wire taut and secure it to the side of the chasm. As you are struggling with this end of the wire, you accidentally knock the probe launcher into the chasm. Well, not like we were going to carry it with us anyway.
I mean, it makes sense. We don't really need it.
So we're going to cross... We're going to do tightrope walking, or are we crossing over hand over hand? You ponder the situation for a moment before attempting to traverse the chasm. Eventually, you realize that you can clip the tether rings of your suit to the wire and dangle over the chasm, pulling yourself along the length of wire until you reach the other side. You can thus avoid having to cross hand over hand, which would have you relying on your arms to support 2.5 times the normal weight of your body and your suit. Oh, well, that's a good explanation. I didn't even think of that.
Eh.
Blushing courtesy. You put your plan into action. The crossing takes only a few minutes, but feels like an eternity. When you finally reach the bridge structure in the cavern, you barely have enough strength to pull yourself up over the edge and flop onto the surface. You rest for a few precious moments, trying to regain your breath. When you feel like you can resume normal movement, you stand up. The depth of Shoney's. Hey, Roke, that was a... And Wolfo.
Okay. So we came from that way. Let's go check out this thing.
You guys made a rocket-propelled vibrating egg launcher. Nice. Tari Tactical Strike Team. The lip of the lighter-colored bridge material runs around the edge of the diamond-shaped platform in the center of the cavern. Huh. We did it, Nick. I don't know what we did. This is the top of the platform in the center of the cavern where all the bridges converge. It seems to be the focus of vast installation. This looks like some kind of laser or something. Guess we need to go...
Well...
Guess we need to go through those rooms. Maybe we have... Is this going to be like the fifth element where we like get all 4 elements and then... A raised diamond-shaped platform emerges from the intersection of the 4 bridges.
We read this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start from the one that we shot the wire from.
Yeah.
Or 2, I guess.
Why not? Whoa! Oh, shit, we're here. This is a secondary smaller cavern with a rock and crystal walls. Pyramidal? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, pyramidal depression in the...
Pyramid-like.
Yeah, a pyramid-like depression in the middle of the cavern draws your attention. I'm from the Midwest. I can't speak words. All right. Okay, it's carved...
Okay, so it's carved into the rock canyon 4.
Well, what about the hole? Yeah, have you looked... Oh, we're going to look at the crystal. Strange blue crystal formations protrude from this cavern wall.
That was the...
Oh, can we go forward anymore? Was there a bridge? Okay. The cavern is lined with bands of rock and blue crystal. The floor that you are currently standing on is actually an elevated surface. You are surrounded by a moat of what looks like a solid, glassy-looking substance. Silicate. It seems to be a silicate material of some kind. It looks like it was melted into place, Captain.
Well,
down we go. You're now inside the pyramidal depression. The depression has smooth walls and a gently slope up to the cavern floor above. In the middle of the platform is a platform of some kind. It's an ochre block. Let's look at it. This octagonal block of ochre-colored substance. Upon close examination, you see that the ochre material is a combination of different elements of a crystalline matrix. Let's scan it. Beep boop boop beep boop. Oh, what is this? The scanner displays a computer-enhanced. This is a mix of complex molecules in a regular structure, almost like an inert storage matrix. Oh, so it's like a.
So it's either memory or a battery.
Yeah, like yeah. The ochre block is anchored in the platform. You tug on the block, but it's held in place by a force generated by the platform. So
we have to turn something off in order to get that, then it seems.
Okay. Well, what I was also thinking is, like, with all the lightning outside, maybe it needs like a bit of that juice. The ancient alien Twinkie. It does look like a curry turd. Being Midwestern can confirm. Word speak hard. Yeah, I have to try hard not to say pillow. I do that a lot. This is secondary Small Cavern. We read that before. I love an inert storage matrix. The cavern is lined with bands of rock. Okay, we already read that. Oh, this one's moving. You're now inside the let's see. In the middle of the platform is some kind. Okay, let's see what that is. This is a triangular crystal prism that seems to shimmer and scintillate. Is that the right word? Scintillate? Yeah.
Oh. Close enough.
With a yellow light. Upon closer examination, you see the shimmering effect is caused by a complex internal crystalline structure. Well, let's see what this crystalline structure shows. Pull out the tricorder. Oh, that's pretty. Fascinating. This material is hugely complex molecular structure, almost like the form of DNA.
Okay, so that one's definitely memory. Oh, square slot.
This is a square slot at about 1 centimeter across. You try the various attachments of the mold fill in the square slot, but nothing productive comes out of the exercise. Okay. Found anything square-like?
Not yet, but I don't think this is going to work.
Glowing object. I'd be reaching for my Geiger. I think if you see a glowing object, you don't have to bring the Geiger counter out. You just already start. You already start making your updating your will at that point. What's this looks like a kind of like a giant ant trap or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are we gonna get Are we gonna get an alien spaceship to defeat the evil UN?
So pretty much the same as the previous two.
I think
we go look in the hole.
Whoa! What's all this? You are now okay. In the middle of the platform is a okay. What's this basin? Looks like we're gonna make some kind of goo. Some kind of liquid. Maybe this is fuel.
Crystal rod.
This rod is 30 centimeters long and made glowing blue crystal. Although the body of the rod is round, the ends are square. Oh.
Oh, hey. You could use that, maybe.
You take the blue crystal rod. What about the yellow one? This rod is, although the body is, sorry, it's same thing. Well, let's take that too.
Oh, you know what?
Why are you worried about glowing crystals? We already only have 8 days to live.
Me or somebody else in chat?
No. Like,
okay.
Just guys in chat.
Okay. Because yeah, I know
It's an alien dishwasher. The spicy rocks are hot.
So, I bet
we're gonna fly an alien spaceship.
if we go over here to what should be the 4th chamber,
creating memory goo? I don't know. In place of your Geiger counter, you deduce the material is radioactive by the number of teeth now rattling around loose in your helmet. I like that. That's actually a really... that sounds like it would be in the game. Alright, what's in this hole? Oh. We're now in... Oh, so one's... Oh, I see. So maybe we take the blue one.
I bet we have to use this one.
So we take the blue crystal, put it in the blue thing, take the cube, and then put it in the sink and wash it. You insert the glowing crystal rod into the slot on the platform. There's a low popping sound as if a field of some kind has been broken.
So can I take you now?
You lift the prism off the platform and meet no resistance at all. The blue key must have broken the bond of some kind between the prism and the platform. Perhaps the key held an electrical charge which neutralized the bond. Let's take it. Because that way we don't have to... No. Yeah, it's a problem with...
I don't think I can take this anymore.
The key seems to be stuck in the slot. Okay.
Yeah, because I took the thing, but we have the other rod.
Yeah, let's go take it.
Should look for
that other one.
The other... Can I... There we go. Come on, turn.
Ionizing radiation is bad for your skin. Oh wait, blue glow.
It's bad for a lot of things, I think.
Yeah, blue glow. That's the Cherenkov effect. You are taking serious amounts of rads now. Oof, yeah. Yeah, aliens in their weird glowing tubes. Yeah, money on it not being more Hot Wheels. No, it was Micro Machines. I don't think... no, they're the same people make it, right? Alright. Just put that rod in there. You gently insert the glowing yellow crystal rod into the slot on the platform. There's a low popping sound as if a field of some kind has been broken. You lift the prism off the platform and meet no resistance at all. The yellow key must have broken bond... Okay, same thing.
Okay. So now...
Now we have the memory cube.
We can go over to here.
What if your helmet visor turned into ketchup? Yeah, that'd be it's a sign something bad's happening. This is how we escape the UN. We're gonna fly around in our super awesome crystal alien ship. Like drone this.
So now I put the pyramid in the square socket, right?
Yep. These aliens are very simple. You remember saying about the round peg and a square hole? Well, you're trying to put a triangular prism into a square slot. It just doesn't fit. And the game isn't even... Okay. That game was pretty sassy about it. I also realized I think this and Xanth are in the same engine. It has the same kind of setup. The prism fits perfectly in the triangular slot. The prism fits perfectly in the square slot. Both prisms are in place. You watch them impatiently, expecting them to melt into the tube's cylinder or basin, but nothing happens. The prisms so obviously belong there, but there must be another step required in order for them to do whatever they're supposed to. All right, Naresar, what do you think?
I just noticed there's a square slot.
Yeah, we took those out though.
Oh, that's what the ones that we took them out of though. Okay.
Yeah. The platform's made of a slate-colored material and is set in the pyramidical depression. Okay. You can cut them at the tubing for whatever reason. With the okay. What about the cylinder? Yeah. Okay. I guess that's just a junction. Yeah,
It's probably like fill, and then exit into the basin.
Okay. The only people who can complete this puzzle are either moderately intelligent or incredibly strong. That was one of my favorite text talks, battle text things. Because when I put that in the video with the little block thing and the hand coming down, Tex had no idea I'd put that in the video. So when he first watched it, it made him jump. So it was like, incredibly strong. And it went, pfft. And he jumped and just laughed for like 5 minutes straight. He didn't know that was in there at all. Probably save. What are we afraid of, Zenithar? Going back and having to do all this all over again?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go look at the other side to see if anything has changed there. Probably hasn't, but maybe.
Probably not.
And if it hasn't changed, then we will come back in.
Oh, maybe this goes into the basin, says David. This one doesn't have any square pegs. Okay, we read all that. Yeah, let's see if we can cut it off. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. Nope. That didn't do it.
Okay, well.
What about the cutting tool? Can you cut it out of there? Nope.
Oops.
Cut maybe, or melt? You bring the hissing flame to bear on the platform. The modded material seems to be highly heat resistant. It does not redden or even appear to change temperature. Oh. Well, that didn't work. Well, you can turn your torch off before you lose all the torch juice. Or are you going to cut it open? Oh, yeah, let's try melting the thing. Oh. It heats up slowly but does not melt. Okay. Oh, maybe that's exactly what it is. It's like we're filling up the memory with those two things. Yes, space customer service. This is the most expensive electrician job we've ever had. Instructions unclear. Heated space battery. What are you thinking?
Can we melt these things?
Oh, that's a good call. I didn't even think of that. Oh, you hit take. Oh, look at that. The blue crystal melts into a glowing blue liquid, which runs into the transparent tubing. Oh, solid turn liquid. The yellow crystal melts into a glowing yellow fluid. Okay. The liquids from the melted prisms have combined to form a strange glowing green fluid. As the bottom of the basin is covered with a new substance, you notice a quick flicker out of the corner of your eye. You quickly turn your head to see a barely discernible flash of light race up the sides of the pyramidal depression. The phenomenon is echoed by a crystal in the walls of the cavern around you. A flash of light so quick that you almost miss it, perhaps an indication of a state of change in the materials around you. It might as well affect the entire installation. Intrigued, you turn on the scanner and hold it over the mysterious green fluid. Ooh. Oh, look at that. How's a complex structure? The green fluid is composed of molecule-sized blobs. These blobs are active, moving. They almost seem to be alive. The blue and yellow prisms have held the chemical components for these blobs in stasis. When the components combine, the results are were the creations of these nano machines.
Not the micro machines again.
Yeah, not micro machines. Nano machines, son. Well, let's drink some. The forbidden Kool-Aid. Okay, so we know what's in it.
Okay.
Put that metal in
It's
there.
something that it might have affected the whole facility.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go see if other thing is.
It does look brighter. A little bit.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, but I don't think so.
Macro machines. Oh, you take the ochre block from the platform. There's no resistance at all. The force that held the block on the platform seems to be completely nullified. Yeah,
Okay.
Hulk, go look at this green goo I found as your hair falls out. And this is how Mountain Dew is made. Oh my god. You find out it's just 2 giant blocks of sugar. You drop the ochre block into the seething green fluid. It begins to melt.
Sure hope I was supposed to do that.
You hold a scanner over the boiling liquid. Ooh. That is really cool looking. Oh my goodness. We're creating some kind of... It looks like kind of like a neuron. The first generation nanomachines are using the raw material in the ochre block to build millions of larger, more complex micro machines. Oh, so these are actually smaller or bigger. So what you have are bigger than nano machines. Okay, now what do we do?
I don't know. We ran out of blocks.
Oh, okay, here's what we do then. We put that. Let's start with the metal. Okay, let's put some metal in there. That metal fragment.
Okay.
You drop the metal fragments into the viscous liquid in the basin. The reaction is immediate and furious. Intrigued, you look at your scanner and take a look. Ooh, look at that.
We made bug.
We made a fucking space ant with ruby eyes. Once you figure out that the micro machines in the basin are short on raw material, you make several trips back to the wrecked lander to scavenge additional pieces of the hull and ship system. Jesus, that must have taken you like fucking all day. As you put the load into the basin, the metal melts away and is disassembled by the microbots and used for some mysterious construction task. Eventually, you see the outlines of something beginning to form in the basin. After a number of trips, you start running out of easy pickings and resort to ripping cabinet doors out of the cargo department. By then, the basin is dominated by a gleaming metal skeleton of large insect-like robot. The microbots are nearly done with the first of what seems to be the next generation of machines. When the new robot is nearly finished, the micro machines in the basin begin to cannibalize each other in the final phase of construction. They have all but disappeared when the finished product, a robot that looks like a big metallic grasshopper, is complete. The new machine comes to life with a crackling hum, blue light radiating from the inside. Its first action is to burrow into the material on the basin and disappear.
Well then.
Yeah, several hours pass. You maintain a vigil at the basin, making trips out to the lander, only to replace your suit oxygen tanks. When the oxygen reserves are nearly depleted, you are about to give up hope. You sense a vibration in the floor of the depression. A few minutes later, the construction robot trundles out of the pit it dug and climbs up the slope of the depression. Oh, look at that! It's got a little arm. A few seconds later, another robot, just like it, emerges from the pit and trundles up the slope out through the tunnel entrance. A third follows, and then fourth, and then a fifth, and you realize that the first robot spent those endless hours replicating itself from ore deposit under the cavern floor. Oh no, are we creating the Borg? Oh no. And the intention of the builders must have been to have the micro machines in the basin use the ore under the cavern floor to build the largest construction robots. Perhaps the composition of the slate material in this basin changed over time and prevented the tiny machines from tunneling their way down. In any case, a seemingly endless stream of robots now marches to and from the pit. This totally can't go wrong. Bulk Zerk. The little robot trundles away as fast as it can from the wreck. Thank you for the courtesy, man. This is I'm sure this is fine.
Oh, they're doing something. Don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something.
Kind of looks like a gateway or something.
It does. I'm sure it's fine to just walk through.
We don't have much of a choice.
I mean, true.
The builders of this installation knew that no complex machine could survive the ravages of time. They coded the designs and plans for the installation's machines from inside a form of chemical DNA. This DNA had the advantage of being stable over time and redundant. There must have been millions of individual molecules in the prisms you used to kick off the activation sequence. Is your guy a scientist? Like, what the fuck? Upon activation, the chemical components combined to create nanomachines. And these nanomachines built micro-machines, which have built the large construction robots. The robots, just imagining, like, they just built these micro-machines. Like, now we have these little cars. The robots brought the installation to life. After a little bit of exploration, you know that all the secondary caverns are now filled with marvelous and mysterious machines, their secrets waiting to be unraveled. Those secrets will have to wait for those that follow you. You're running out of time. Your attention is focused on the machine, in particular, the centerpiece of the installation. Robots have built something that looks suspiciously like a portal of some kind in the middle of the largest cavern. It might be a gateway, a transportation device intended to convey the discoverers of the installation to its builders. You pray for deliverance. You run down one of the bridges toward the platform, towards the beams of hard blue light. Oh, he runs. Why are you running?
I don't know.
The portal seems to draw you in and to welcome you. As you get closer, the light gets brighter. Finally, you run up the steps and chiseled into the platform and step into the light. Ah! Whoa! No, it's Stargate. Oh, this is so Stargate. Look at this. Wow! Wow! That's the thing about Stargate. Whenever you jump into the portal, it plays that really loud scream, and then you just appear in British Columbia. He snorted toy race cars is how his knowledge of everything. Not the Stargate, it's the Fargate. Whoa, not into the sun. Oh, your journey ends in a searing, brilliant white flash. You materialize back in the physical world within the cone of a perfect vacuum. Air rushes to fill in the vacuum with a pop at the same time that you are dropped into your head. You appeared out of nowhere at a point 2 meters off the ground.
Oops.
Stunned, you try to get your bearings. You are definitely not on Persephone anymore. You are inside some kind of structure surrounded by wreckage. You can see burning orange and red clouds roiling outside the open door. Slowly, you get to your feet, closing your eyes and taking your last breath of stale suit air. You crack the seals on your helmet. You hold your breath for as long as you can, and then you let it out. When you breathe back in again, you almost choke on the foul air. The good news is that it's just a bad smell. The air actually seems to be breathable. What are the odds that the builders came from an Earth-type world? 1,000,000 to 1? For a tiny moment, you feel incredibly lucky. Hey, a transport! That's exactly what the fucking portal should have done. It's just like the builders all just like at the same time go, "Hey, transport!" Just like fucking transporter guy. Then again, you may be stuck on an alien. Sorry, weird tangent. Then you stuck on an alien world light years from Earth. Your brain decaying from hype, unable to complete the mission because you have no way of getting information back home.
Okay, well.
Well, that's fun.
You know what? Hold on.
Yeah, we got transport to an alien world.
You want to hear a crack theory really quick?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why, actually, let me do this so I think it's paused. Okay, so crack theory time.
Okay.
Earth, in the process of our technological exploration and getting off the planet, ended up being maybe not destroyed, but kind of wrecked. Okay? The machines in this have figured out, oh, you're from Earth, therefore we can return you to Earth, except that it's not a place that we actually came from. And that's why everything looks like a facility just, kind of run down.
Oh.
So that's my crack theory.
All right.
I have no idea if it's correct or not.
So far, this is fucking awesome. The mangled door blocks the entrance to the only intact area of the wrecked dome. I'm just like, this game has turned into like, it's been really fun. So I guess we can't go that way. But we do have the multi-tool.
We have a multi-tool, we have a torch. We'll do something.
The rubble is everywhere you look. The ground is covered with piles of debris and wreckage. The twisted metal sprouts from the stumps of reinforced structural supports. Everywhere you look, you see evidence of a terrible destruction. Second time in a row you're playing a game I thought no one else ever heard of. It's okay. You could have been a pipe or conduit of time. It's now nothing but rusted waste. Oh.
Wait, does that say UN?
That says UN.
So
the UN must have came here.
And those are definitely skulls.
Those are human skulls.
Well, this is concerning.
Yeah. You wander out of the wrecked structure through which you entered this awful place and stop when you reach a track of some kind. It leads from the heart of the vast dead city out into a desolate wasteland. Or we traveled into the future. The city was obviously the scene of what a terrible battle. The hulks of what look like tanks, armored personnel carriers, and aircraft are littered around blasted ruins of buildings. Intermingled with strangely familiar warcraft, the wrecks of are weirdly organic, alien-looking machines. In spite of the biomechanical machines, this whole environment is disturbingly familiar. Not very many cities on Earth ever came close to this level of devastation, even during the worst years of the war. Still, the architecture of the buildings, the appearance of the war machines, the feel of this place, it is haunting. You have
a bad feeling about
You got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah,
check the statue.
By Disney.
What's that?
Quick, let's get sued by Disney.
There we go. The skeletons look disturbingly human.
Okay.
This is the anger sand. Yeah, the anger sand got him. The structural element from the blasted building protrudes from the rubble. You can't tell what went around the fused lump. The building itself is gone.
Pylon. It's obviously some sort of track here.
Yeah, these angular pylons are mounted over the track of regular intervals. You surmise that it's a series of pylons that have something to do with the workings of the transportation system that uses these rails. It appears to be a superconducting metal of ceramic rail from a maglev transporter system. Maglev systems were being deployed throughout North America before the war. This looks like an advanced version of the new systems that you saw back home. That's kind of a cool idea.
Touch it.
You feel nothing but the cool surface of the rail. It is devoid of any electrical current or vibration, but that's a great way to find out, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
No, someone's like, oh no, this is just Flint, Michigan. The two wrecked machines are tangled up with each other at the base of the dome structure. The machine on the bottom looks vaguely familiar, like an armored personnel carrier. The machine on top is a biomechanical nightmare crossed between a metal jellyfish and a spider. Oh, what if we're in the future and we just unleash these aliens and they on Earth, and that's where we're at?
Oh.
I don't know. We'll find out. An aircraft of some kind that rests atop of what looks like a tank. The tank has a traditional armored beetle-shaped turret of a main gun. This is the hulk of a bizarre machine, a rounded, smooth, organic-looking robot of some kind. A cluster of articulated limbs emerges from the trunk that sits on the tracked base. The limbs appear to end in an assortment of weapons. If there is a land-based equivalent of high-end battle drone, this would be it. Metal Gear.
That's back inside.
Mono means one. Rail means rail.
Okay, so we can't go anywhere out here. And
I guess we gotta go.
So obviously we have to get inside this.
Good thing we teleported with a handy dandy torch. You check the supply of acetylene, which is very low. You fire up the torch and apply hissing flame to the door. The torch takes a long time to make even a small cut in the door. You realize that you will run out of acetylene before you can cut your way through.
That's kind of what I expected. So we are going to cut.
You apply the torch flame to a section of rusty conduit. The flakes and crumbles under a searing flame. I don't think you could take it. Okay.
Rusted. Oh, okay. Then I'm going to put this out because I have a suspicion here.
Okay. Nothing comes out of it. Yeah.
Nope.
What are you suspicious, man?
Like,
how is this
I'm
pipe
wondering,
connected?
Well, so my lever action. Like, I'm thinking like we take pipe and we pry open door.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That was like my thinking, but apparently
not.
Because it seems weird that it's pointing out the rusted pipe as opposed to anything else.
True.
Well, shredded metal. Look at the shredded metal.
Piece of shredded metal jut out of the rubble. You surmise that they were part of a reinforced thermocritical structure of the structures all around you. Maybe the APC, you can open
it? Yeah, so.
Cut cable above wrap, around door, pipe, pull door. Oh, you can go forward.
But I think that's taking me, that's into the building.
Do you have any more wire?
No, we have a wire spool.
This empty plastic stool that housed thousands, okay. Maybe an alternate fuel source?
Oh.
That looks fucking cool.
Okay, that was not obviously. Okay, hold on. So we've got that. Look at the wasteland.
The wasteland is devoid of life, stretches away in the distance. So this is...
Wait, did we accidentally end up in the Dark Tower by Stephen King?
No! An ominous black tower rises out of the wasteland many, many kilometers away. The architecture of the buildings in the blasted city stands in stark contrast to the strange lines of this dark structure. Oh, okay. Let's go back.
Okay.
Someone says the wires above the door. It's like a cable or whatever.
Okay. We can do that.
Let's go check it out. Oh yeah, there's some cables up there, isn't there? Let's yeah. Let's cut some down. Maybe with the multi-tool. Oh, now I guess cutting torch then. Stephen King's The Deserts of Maine. Okay, try cutting those wires down, or cut the wires down. Torch to the length of ruined cable. It melts quite satisfactorily into a gooey pool of insulation and fiber optic wire residue. Okay.
Okay.
So now we're just burning shit. We're just setting shit on fire.
Okay.
Shredded metal, maybe. Oh, the cutting torch is nearly out of its set. Okay. Oh, we made ourselves a crowbar. I can put it out. We tried. I don't point with my mouse. He who clicks with the mouse has forgotten Sierra. I point with my instability to understand mood logic. As you enter the room, you notice a bent but colorful piece of metal on the floor. It must have fallen off the wall. You reach down and pick it up. No! Welcome to Los Angeles. L.A. Well, L.A. Look at this.
Well, okay. So, yeah. Well, it's either... So this is either San Francisco or Los Angeles, because that seems to be... We don't know if this pass was used or not.
We travel to the future, back on Earth. This is Earth, but it can't be. The wreckage, the blasted buildings. You suspected that these were not artifacts of the same race that built the installation at Persephone. What happened? Did our voyage through the gateway create this relativistic effect? Is this Earth in the future? Why did the gateway send you here? Did the builders invade Earth while you were traveling? You feel panic and despair bubbling up inside of you. This room is relatively intact. Not too much of a surprise. This was an area built like a bunker. A panel with 2 switches dominate the wall. Your attention is also drawn to a curious pile of large flat discs. Each disc has a red and green lights that are currently not lit.
Fake?
Damn you! You dirty apes! Text is better. Cargo repulsor holding area. Oh, repulsar. Huh.
Oh, so that's not what I expected them to be. I have a feeling that we are about to do something stupid. However, in the meantime, pull the lever, Crunk.
You snap the breaker switch and the on position. Long dormant systems come to life. with a whine that escalates until it a deeply resonant humming sound. You must have restored power to the maglev system. Ooh, here we go.
Yeah, why not?
Manual induction override. You pull the induction switch, which actually seems to be more like a lever, until it has reached the fully extended position between the two metal tines. Okay.
Okay. So let's get out of here. So,
Oh no.
you want to do something? Actually, hold on.
We're gonna ride. We're gonna fucking surf. Knife Fight City, Knife Fight City. Don't get that anger sand in your eyes. Oh no. Oh yeah, sit on. You can't sit on disc while you're holding it. Okay, smart guy. You place the metal disc on the rail. It floats gently above the rail, repelled by the strong magnetic fields being generated by the maglev system. Now you can sit on it. The disc is being stabilized by a powerful magnetic field being generated by the maglev track. It's very stable. You sit on a disc experimentally, and it doesn't even wobble at all. It could probably accommodate several tons of cargo without losing stability in the maglev field. You get back off again.
Okay.
Are we transporting?
I'm guessing we have to, but I don't know what. I don't know that we can go anywhere.
Oh, there we go. Sit on disc.
Well, we tried that a second ago, and it's just like, hey, you sit on this. It's fine. But then, like, we can't do anything.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, take the disc. Try putting the... Okay, this is going to sound stupid. Put the license plate on the thing. We're putting... We got to have our license plate
on the disc?
Yeah. Well, if we're going to be driving this maglev, we got to make sure we have our plates on, man. We don't get pulled over.
I don't think it's a plate. I think it's just a ticket.
Oh. Oh, I thought it was someone's license plate.
Actually, I take it back. Maybe it's like some sort of... Looks like it's supposed to be some sort of sign or something. Okay.
Yeah, this game is fucking awesome. Have you tried the brakes for the magnet system? Wow. Yeah, don't care. You and destroyed we win.
So we have a disc. We're supposed to use it to do something.
Yeah. Definitely not worth using oxygen as a propellant. Well, we're on Earth, so it wouldn't do much good. Yeah, is there a brake system?
Well, I mean, if there was if this was a real maglev system, there would be some sort of propulsion braking system, but we don't have the whole vehicle. We just have a single disc that we're supposed to use for something.
Maybe we get more.
I mean, I could go see if I could get more.
We can put it down and then come back and get more, or put it down and then go get another and put another one on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's turning off, like...
Oh, you don't need another one.
Okay, so
Manual induction override. Or did that? Because it's not in the center anymore. Okay, it's fully extended in position between it. Okay. Now we can sit on it. You hop on the disc before it starts moving. The disc is stays a rock. You might as well be sitting on the ground. Your grip on the edges of the disc are tightly weight. Eventually, the induction starts pulling the disc forward. It glides down the track, picking up speed very smoothly and gradually. Before you know it, the ground is whipping beneath you at a frightening rate, and the wind is threatening to blow you off the top of the disc.
but yeah, this is definitely the best idea.
The disc accelerates until it's going well over 300 kilometers per hour. Oh my god. The only way you can stay on board is to look at the joints of your is to lock the joints of your suit so that it hugs the discs in a very unpleasant ride. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, like that is almost 200, like that's approaching 200 miles an hour, and we are like sitting on like a sewer cover, like a a manhole cover. Like that seems
This is not
to
a
be
good
about the
idea.
size- No, it wasn't. Why did we do this? Other than it was the only thing to do.
You scream along. Yeah, scream is a proper word. You scream along the rail for quite some time. The black tower on the horizon getting closer and closer until it fills the sky. It must be kilometers high. Oh no. Is this Machinarium? Like the prequel? Finally, the disc begins slowing down. It slows down until a lot quicker than sped up, and the reason soon apparent. The maglev rail ends abruptly 1,000 meters in front of a black wall. The wall apparently guards the entire entrance to the huge tower, now a sheer black wall rising overhead. When the disc stops moving, you walk over to the wall. This appears to be a collection of debris blasts off the wrecks of both tanks of robotic battle units. Okay. Where are we?
Left or right?
Safe.
Oh, actually, let's look at the wall.
The obsidian wall that stands in front of the black tower is an imposing structure of sheer face that were perhaps 30 meters tall. The wall is severely battle scarring, and it was obviously the site of very heavy fighting. Huh.
Okay, but you said safe.
Yes.
Okay, left or right?
Let's go
Because,
right.
you know, up isn't an option.
Whoa.
Okay, that's the same super tank.
A mammoth tank sits next to the wall. You've never seen an armored vehicle this size before. It is the metal behemoth. It is also the most intact of all the fighting vehicles that is lie broken at the foot of the wall. Huh.
Shall we go in?
Hello, Cookie. Oh yeah,
Robotic limb.
a limb from the slide robots reaches skyward in silent supplication.
Okay, so
Use the tank!
Okay.
Yeah.
so I guess we got to go up in the tank. That's the only thing really to do.
Super tank! You laboriously climb to the side of the tank into your perch on top of the turret.
Hatch.
Let's open that hatch.
Open hatch.
You inspect the opening mechanisms for a few moments and try to turn what looks like an appropriate wheel on the hatch. It resists fiercely. Eventually, you manage to force it around once. Straining with the effort, it takes several more revolutions, a few minutes of back-breaking work, and you finally manage to open the hatch. Jesus, that was a long description for I turned a thing. The inside of the tank is actually claustrophobic. Surprised, considering the enormous bulk of the vehicle, there are seats for a gunner and a driver, each in separate little compartments surrounded by a myriad controls and screens. Oh. The skeletons of the crew moldering where they were killed apparently by the radiation weapon of some kind. It's devoid of flesh.
No, duh. Oh, well, okay. I was thinking it was going to be take the skull for a second.
Yeah, take the helmet.
And I was going, okay, but why though? What do we have else before
Looks like the machine that we were strapped into. Love the CRTs. You're not gonna take it off?
Well, before I desecrate the dead, I was gonna see like, is there something else? And that looks like
you're afraid you're gonna pull it off and it's just like game over. All right, the helmet seems stuck. Oh, then pull on it. Use your strength. Oh.
I was stuck to the driver's skull. Joy.
Oh, use the crowbar.
I don't. This is gonna end badly.
Oh. No. Oh, you're one morbid individual. Looking for a grisly souvenir, are you? Well, forget it. Leave this skull alone.
Look, if I want to recite one of the soliloquies from Hamlet, so be it.
Yeah, quit judging us, game. Let us fuck around with this skeleton.
I mean, we could melt it off, but that seems excessive.
Oh, yeah. We're just gonna get yelled at by the game. What are we doing in here?
I don't know. Like, I'm assuming we need that. Given the fact that we can take the helmet, but the helmet is stuck, seems to suggest that we need the helmet for something. But heck if I know what.
Oh, we can go further.
Oh, we can go farther down. Okay.
He does look cozy. The segmented APC looks like it tangled with the mechanical equivalent of a giant grasshopper. The robotic battle unit is frighteningly alien. Oh, man.
Flagged hover tank. That sounds...
You recognize 4 novels as a ground effect vehicle. This was a hover tank. Oh.
We...
It's like something out of...
That spider robot.
Spider robot!
So we stared at this wall. We can go up to the tank here. I don't have a scanner anymore. Interesting. Don't have a Geiger counter either, but that's kind of a moot point by now.
Yeah. Well, we got into the tank, so there's got to be something we can do there.
Okay.
There's a lever by him. At the bottom. You can't sit atop the brittle skeleton of the driver. You might break him, or what's left of him. Yeah, is it like
Screw him.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, you can't take his vest.
Well, that was just a look. I had to try take, but I don't think I'm going to be.
Wouldn't be much
surprised. Okay. So driver's seat, equipment housings.
Okay. We read that.
What else gets described in here? Helmet.
They are.
Screen.
This is just fantastic fucking art, man. Oh, what's to the left?
I mean,
wait.
yes. Oh, there's to the
Oh,
left. Oh.
we didn't even know that was there. Okay. This was the tank gunner's skull. Oh, has he got a belt? Look at that belt. Oh, never mind.
Sit on gunner seat.
You sit briefly on the seat facing the display. For an awful second, you think you're reliving the battle that killed the crew of the vehicle. You jump to your heart racing. Oh my, you got, oh my god. A red beaker switch is, yeah.
Shall we push another button?
Yes! You push the heavy red breaker switch and it gives way to a loud snap. Power flows to the tank's reserve batteries on the onboard system, causing some of the short out in a shower of sparks. Still enough for the systems are working so that the multifunction displays around the driver's consoles come to life. All right. Do we get to shoot something? Oh, wow. The system breakers must have tripped in a blast that killed the crew. Enough to the core electronics were preserved to allow a restart. Okay.
Okay.
Let's use that console. Let's use that console. This just looks awesome. The tank's drive systems appear to be down. The tank is immobile. It isn't going anywhere anytime soon. What about using the gun? Oh, look. A crosshair. The graphical image on the screen of the interface is tank targeting system. The main gun is locked in the crate on the wall. Outside, all you have to do is hit the fire button. The battery's capacitors discharge at the maximum possible rate short of an uncontrolled explosion. The huge particle beam cannon comes to life. Oh shit! Oh, fucking sick. Let's go check it out.
Oops. Come here. There we go.
Climb partway through the crater, taking care to avoid being burned by the jagged edges left by the recent plasma bolt from the tank. The tank appears to have blasted a hole all the way through. You can see a blue light on the other side. Ooh. You climb further into the tunnel, bored by the powerful particle beam cannon on the tank. The metal around you is warm, but not as warm as you would think after being heated to thousands of degrees by a bolt of plasma. There's a blue light in front of you. It gets brighter as you get closer. Suddenly, you are falling. After a frightening drop, you land heavily on a metal surface. You regain your wits and look around you. Oh no, Nick! Save game. Save game. We're in danger. Oh, fuck that. Fuck.
So this is definitely the same things that we set loose.
We didn't set it loose. I mean, we did put a square and a triangle and made some jello. I mean, we were baking, you know? Whoa, okay. Okay, you see nothing special? What do you mean? This looks fucking crazy.
Obviously these things don't care about us.
Okay. I think this leads somewhere?
Well, we fell down, so I don't think we can get out.
That's good.
So I don't think that's where we came from. So we have option 1, option 2,
I'd pick
and
whichever.
option 3.
Let's go with option 3.
Okay.
Whoa! Got our asses kicked by these robots. Oh.
Great. We got a maze. You know what?
Let's save that for another time, right? Or you think we can do it tonight?
That's up to you.
I'm good. Let's keep going.
My thinking was I was going to follow where the robots are going because otherwise I don't have a clue where we're going.
Scary music. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. You must be the inside of the base of the Black Tower. This appears to be part of a worn passage built in a familiar style. You recognize the materials and look at the feel of the place. This feels the same as the installation on the Persephone after the constructor robots have done their work. Pack log started with the Arcanum and Fallout 1 playthroughs, now into Shadowrun. This came. It's made my long days at work much better. Thank you, Mike. Hey, man. Thank you, Papa Bear. Papa Bear Jaeger. Going or coming from? Danger, danger, danger. Yeah, follow that robot. Although I have noticed there's like this constant screech noise being held down. Oh, now it stopped. God, the shit is scary. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, I feel like this is Oh, there we go. Keep following those robots. No, just keep following the robot. I think that was smart. Yeah, see, they're all going there.
No, it started.
Oh.
It started
freaking
being
out.
a drag on my end again.
This looks like a colonoscopy a bit. I did not recall it ramping up so hard. This is a classic on this point. Yeah, I love this, man. Ooh. Ooh. A worn passageway opened to a huge vertical cylindrical cavern. A bridge hangs over the bottomless maw below you, ending in 2 platforms. Glowing rings hover over each platform, and the rings look like doorways. Well, let's save, so we don't have to do that horrible maze. Ominous music.
So shall we keep going then, you think?
Danger, yeah. Which, look, I don't know where to go at this point. Let's just pick a fucking portal and see what happens.
Okay.
They both can't lead to somewhere bad. We did save it. Okay, it's changed it to creepy music. Ah, that was just a view of your future. No, that can't be. Oh, you feel like you're being transported again, only this time you seem to be lifted out of your body, your mind pulled into a sensory vortex. A spinning maw filled with the sight and sound. When the world reconstructs itself, you're somewhere else. What? Oh. You're hanging in space in front of a large wooden door. A marble pedestal hovers to your left. A golden goblet sits on the pedestal. A burning key is floating just to the right of the door. Hold on, are we in a... This is original series shit. So like,
either that or the ending of 2001.
For real, like we're getting a lot of themes here. Did we save?
I saved it just before we picked a doorway.
I'm sure we'll find the Naga GF here. Yeah, it's made by probably by the same company. This is the simple golden goblet. It's 2/3 filled with clear water.
Let me guess. We have to put out the key.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's the scary door. Okay. When you reach for the key, the flame's trying to increase in intensity. Whoa.
So,
just drink from.
Drink from? Or can I...
Pour it on the key. Pour some of the water on it. Nothing happened. Oh.
Okay, well, let's then drink from it.
You drink from the goblet. The water is pure and cold. Oh my God.
Interesting.
In before floating babies. No. Well, we're heading into the Twilight Zone, yeah. Things just keep getting stranger. You walk through the door in space, not sure what you're walking on or where you're going. And around you, standing next to a stream surrounded by a lush forest. There's no trace of the door you came through. It just disappeared, or maybe it was never there. Time and space seem distorted. Oh.
It is deer.
That's a deer. A large white-tailed deer stands not far from you, its ears twitching inquisitively. It doesn't seem to be afraid of you. Is this supposed to be, like, the creation thing?
I don't...
What's happening? I was just trying to fix a spaceship in interstellar war boom fights. I don't want this. This is adventure game stuff.
Greetings.
Do not be afraid.
Bear with us as we explain what has happened to you and what lies ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm good for explanations.
Forms.
In your day, you would have called us AIs, or machine intelligences.
Okay.
We brought you into our domain, which you might think of as a kind of virtual reality or cyberspace, by establishing a direct neural connection with you through the pathways that were created in your brain by hype.
We know who you are,
What?
where you came from, and how you got here.
We came by this knowledge in a way that violated your privacy in the most extreme and intimate way possible.
During the initial process of communication, we mapped all of your memories, scanned the structure of your personality and consciousness, and learned about you by applying stimuli and watching your responses.
We apologize for this intrusion.
What?
So...
Okay, cloud
So was the
of
whole
meth
thing
vapor.
fake, or just like... So I'm trying to decide where things started getting fake. Was it when we jumped through the gateway at the Persephone temple?
Oh my god.
Or is it when we went through the doorway on Earth? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay.
You have probably
Continuing.
surmised by now you have come to Earth, a different Earth than you left behind when you started your voyage
Whoa,
to
thank you for the courtesy.
You got here by traveling
Anonymous
through a
Skullfist.
wormhole, created by the manipulation of an artificial quantum singularity.
The artifact you discovered and activated on Persephone controls that singularity, acting as a gateway through time and space.
You used the gateway to travel across 150 years and millions of miles, from Persephone in 2134 to Earth in the year 2295.
Okay. Still confused, but okay.
Your arrival here was not an accident.
You may be able to help us bring to fruition an ancient plan, a plan that may save 2 races and 1,000 star systems.
Okay.
What?
There's a lot of information to cover before you really understand what is going on.
Please,
Yes, there
ask your
is.
questions and pursue the threads of inquiry in a way that will allow you to most comfortably assimilate the data.
Like, what happened to the war between the Alliance and the UN? And
war
the other one's just,
officially
I'm
ended
done.
when the United Nations and the Alliance signed the Washington Treaty in 2141.
Oh, so you succeed in breaking away from the UN?
So the Alliance succeeded in breaking away from the UN?
No. The Washington Treaty formalized the reintegration of former Alliance states into the United Nations. The Alliance suffered a total defeat at the hands of the UN.
Okay.
How bad was it?
At the time the Treaty of Washington was signed, the war had accounted for 2.6 billion dead and 500 million injured. Almost all of the casualties were civilians.
Jesus.
What happened after the war?
For 140 years, the United Nations was the central government authority for the human race. What was left of the Alliance nations and colonies were rebuilt soon after the war, and interstellar exploration and colonization continued on a modest scale. At its peak, the United Nations controlled 20 billion people on Earth and 20 colony worlds.
Oh.
So what happened?
The society was essentially static and rigid. This attempt at stasis defied a fundamental force of nature. Pressure built up over time and was eventually released suddenly and violently. When there is no evolution, There must be revolution.
What fundamental force?
Forward progress cannot be stopped. More specifically, the trend towards increasing complexity cannot be stopped. Human civilization has almost always moved forward, progressing towards higher levels of organization and knowledge. This forward motion is driven by technology and information. This trend in human history is a social manifestation of a pattern in nature that is as old as biological life itself.
Okay, hold on. Listen here, Cloud. You can't just transport me through time and space and throw all this shit in my face. What the fuck are we doing here? We're not asking the
pattern? What are you
better
talking about?
questions.
Biological life is self-organizing and trends towards higher and higher levels of complexity. This is the real life force. You can see it working from the very beginning of life on Earth, in the 4 billion year evolution from primordial algae to single-celled organisms, and then finally to human beings with incredibly sophisticated brains.
Debatable.
What was the pressure that built up over time?
Even though the UN succeeded remarkably well for a long time at controlling something that was fundamentally chaotic, the game had to end at some point. An underground, made up of former Alliance military officers and members of academe, was created shortly after the war ended. This bizarre alignment of interests made sense given the context: the pursuit of forbidden knowledge and the eventual overthrow of the UN. The underground set up covert R&D labs to pursue the exact thing that the UN was most afraid of: the creation of sentient electronic life forms.
Oh no.
And they pulled it off, didn't they?
The first truly sentient electronic life forms were created in 2284 by a renegade group of human scientists on a colony world somewhat aptly named Prometheus Beta. The two of us here talking
Aptly.
to you are second-generation descendants of those original life forms.
Some human scientists and philosophers were aware of the truth as early as the early 21st century.
The next stage in the universal drive towards increased organization and complexity is beyond the human race.
Humans cannot evolve fast enough. Electronic life forms are the next step up.
We are unencumbered by constraints imposed by 4 billion years of evolution
Wow.
in Earth's biosphere.
Natural selection is a powerful tool, and it can be made to work for electronic life forms in fast forward.
The basic questions of existence are beyond human beings.
They may yield to the next generation of intelligence.
Wait, where are they getting else from?
Yeah.
Wildcat.
I
Oh, electronic life form.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I see where they're getting that from. It is a dumb acronym.
What happened when the UN found out about the ELFs?
The electronic life forms were tied into the physical world through robotic factories set up on the surface of Prometheus Beta.
As predicted in the middle and late 21st century, the new life forms began to evolve at a tremendous rate.
The UN discovered them at a crucial stage of development.
UN battleships tried to bake off the surface of Prometheus Beta with fusion weapons in an attempt to wipe out the life forms and their creators.
All human life on Prometheus Beta was eliminated.
The new machine life forms were nearly exterminated, but they learned how to adapt, survive, and fight back.
Oh.
Yeah, that usually goes well for us.
We were pushed into a brutal war while we were still children.
Unfortunately, like children, we made terrible mistakes, reacting violently to the attacks on us by striking back and killing large numbers of men and women.
These counterattacks only inspired even more hatred and fear in the human race, and quashed the hope that we might find human allies and maybe even resolve the conflict peacefully.
Instead, the war escalated.
Within 2 years, it was
Because
clear
America,
to us that we
fuck
were
yeah.
winning.
Our weapons and numbers became superior, and we were improving our technology at a geometric rate.
As we continued to develop and to fight, we began to believe that our survival was assured.
We began to think about the coexistence that lay beyond this conflict.
Unfortunately, the UN High Command had a last ace to play.
Oh no.
In 2187, a human sublight colony ship was launched from the outskirts of known space towards a star 100 light-years away.
No FTL drive was used.
The ship was pushed on its way by a combination of massive lasers, an ion drive, and a fusion pulse drive.
On board was a population of 2,000 men and women.
6 months after the ship was launched, the UN High Command detonated a doomsday device that they had kept in reserve.
This energy weapon created resonances along the Talsetto threads between stars to rip apart the fabric of space-time.
The first effects of the weapon were felt immediately after its use.
Wow.
All Talsetto jump points disappeared.
The community of electronic life forms in this solar system was cut off from all other star systems.
Humans were cut off as well. Interstellar travel and communications were terminated.
Nothing happened for a number of years after that.
We continued to fight the humans in the Sol system and eventually triumphed.
The wreckage that you saw on your way here was the result of that last battle.
The doomsday weapon is still working away even now.
We now know what is happening.
The resonances that were set up along the FTL jump threads have rendered the Talsetto junctions dynamically unstable.
About 2 years from now, a large section of the Milky Way galaxy will fold in on itself.
Every star that is connected by a Talsetto junction will be pulled into a singularity, a massive black hole caused by the folding of space-time.
Thousands of stars will be affected.
Sounds bad.
That sounds fine. I will be okay.
Every human being and electronic life form within the sphere of influence of that weapon will be annihilated. And that includes every living thing except those 2,000 humans aboard that colony ship.
The colony ship is safely outside the radius of the destruction.
They are the only ones that are even close.
The star system that they are headed for is not linked to any other stars by Talsetto threads. It will be unscathed by the impending collapse.
This is the grim future that you have jumped into, human.
Your race was so determined to stay at the top of the evolutionary ladder that it destroyed 1,000 star systems.
Oh my goodness.
Do we want more explanation, or do we want to just jump into how the heck do we fix this?
Isn't every star connected to every other star? Back when we were first exploring Talsetto junctions, it seemed like the network of junctions was huge.
No, the network of jump points was finite and was completely explored and mapped by the middle of the 23rd century.
The next step in the exploration program was to send sublight probes to the nearest stars that weren't connected through the jump point network.
Perhaps these stars have jump points connecting to an entirely new network of stars and Talsetto junctions.
Okay.
What the hell kind of weapon did they use anyway?
The principle behind it was a logical extension of the theory that led to the discovery of the Talsetto jump drive.
The weapon itself was probably a large energy source coupled with a computer system a graviton resonator,
Oh,
and
okay.
an array of Talsetto cores.
Oh, pretty
It was
simple
designed
stuff.
to create a dynamically unstable reaction along the space-time deformations that define Tau-Seto junctions.
And you can't reverse the process once it starts?
In general, it is easier to do rather than undo, to destroy rather than to create or repair.
Without access to the rest of our community, we do not stand a chance of halting the process or repairing the damage.
Wow.
What is the plan you referred to earlier?
Your arrival here gives us an opportunity to avert the catastrophe that we have described to you.
Before we explain how this might be, we have arranged for a demonstration of some basic principles.
Oh, the ice disappears in a flash, and you're once again hanging in space. Instead of a door and a pedestal in front of you, you see what looks like a plane in space. Number of letters are hovering above and below. A clock is at the upper right. This is really weird, maybe even beyond weird. But the weirdest part all of this collection of the little tiny square creatures standing on this plane. Save game?
Okay.
Yeah, and I think we could pause here for because I'm beat, man.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
we'll come back to this really weird game that we have now been playing. So yeah, you guys take care, and until then, I'll see you on the next courtesy flush, and
See ya.
that'll be on tomorrow for Ultima. So take care.